Lads, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel. We are here today with LCFC Boya, and that is Ant. How you doing, mate?
Could be better. We've just lost 2-1 to Fulham and fully deserved to lose. It was a woeful performance, but football aside, I'm decent, mate.
Good. And you're not sleeping in your car, are you?
I don't know. It's pretty comfy, but probably not.
Good. I'm glad. I wasn't going to mention the Fulham game because I didn't really want to think about it either because, that's taken them 3 points further away from us. So, up to now, how's your season going? I know this is probably the worst time to ask you this, but tonight's result aside, how do you think it's going?
It has been it's been such a strange season because we went to Man City and the Etihad and completely outplayed them 5-2 for the following week for us to lose 3-0 against West Ham at home. We lost to Villa at the King Power. Then we beat Arsenal at the Emirates, and then we've just lost at home to Fulham. So, yeah, try and work that one out.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one, isn't it? A bit of a weird one. So going into this game, what are you expecting? What are you expecting to happen?
I'm hoping for a response, like I really am, because tonight it's not as if Fulham sort of like smash and grabbed it against us. They fully deserved to beat us, and they were the better team for the majority of the game. Took until the 85th minute for us to get a goal, and from the only 5 minutes that we looked decent in that game was the last 5 minutes when it was too little, too late. So I'm hoping that we scrap this five at the back, but it's not working, particularly against the lower teams in the league. It works against Arsenal, it works against Man City, it works against those kind of teams. But like, no disrespect to you guys, you'd hope that we'd be taking the game to you instead of trying to sit back and hit you guys on counter.
To be honest, I think that'd help us out as well because we always struggle to break teams down. Exhibit A when we played West Brom the other night in the second half. So in this game, 3 players. It can be any players. It could be attackers, defenders, goalkeeper. 3 players that can win you this game. What do you reckon?
James Vardy, Maddison, and hopefully, if he's back, Ricardo Pereira.
Ricardo Pereira, what a player!
It's been too long since he's played. I think it's nearly 8 months. So, hoping that he plays on Wednesday on Thursday in the Europa League. But he's just been such a big miss for us, and that's nothing against James Justin. He's filled in very well for him. But the level that Ricardo Pereira reaches is absolutely ridiculous, going forward and defensively.
So you say who you playing on Thursday?
Some team from Ukraine that I don't know the name of.
I'll let you off. So do you think that you may rest some players in that game, rest some players against us? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we might see sort of Ndidi potentially back from injury, Castagne back from injury, and Ricardo Pereira back from injury in this game on Thursday night. But I don't think we'll see a full 90 minutes from any of them. I think it's just about sort of finding that match fitness for them and then to go full strength against you guys because we have to bounce back after. We don't want 3 defeats in a row. And I know one of those was Liverpool at Anfield, but then following that up with a defeat to Fulham at home, you can't then lose another game to another team like that is struggling at the bottom of the table if we've got any ambition of breaking the top 6 again.
Yeah, absolutely. So where's the weaknesses been?
I think this back five, like as I mentioned before, it works in certain games, but it just invites the pressure onto us, and particularly when we're having to play Fuchs as a centre-back to sort of fit this back five, it seems very strange to be doing it. So I'd say probably defensively we've looked absolutely shocking at times, and as well defending set pieces, the amount of goals we're conceding and just chances in general from set pieces is really concerning. So I'm hoping if Siunchu and Ndidi are back, there'll be sort of 2 aerial presences that can deal with that.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I thought that as a Sheffield United Football Club, we were very, very good in the air last season. This season, not so much. We got dominated completely by West Brom in the air. Every time they had a corner, I was scared for my life. So yeah, in this game, what do you reckon the likely 11 is from goalkeeper to strikers?
Really hard one to say, obviously, having another game in between now and then. But if I was to predict it, and I'm hoping this is going to be what I'm hoping for, is that we go to a 4-2-3-1 and don't go with this 5 at the back. And this is if everyone's available who's there's a chance that they could be. So in goal, it will be captain, and that'll be Schmeichel. Left back, Castagne, who's potentially back. If not, it'll be James Justin, with Johnny Evans and Cianci as the centre backs, with Ricardo Pereira right back, Ndidi as the one holding midfield. Sorry, Ndidi and Tielemans as the 2 holding midfielders. Barnes on the left, Maddison as the number 10, and then Under as the right winger, with Vardy as a striker.
Yeah, obviously Jamie Vardy coming back to Bramall Lane after last season, standing in front of the Kop like that. To be perfectly honest, I'll probably get hammered in the comments for this, but I genuinely really like Jamie Vardy. I like the story of him coming from non-league, obviously not making it a Wednesday, and then I just didn't think he'd hate us this much, to be honest, because I don't feel like we gave him too much stick when he came to Bramall Lane last time, but obviously people are going to do that with him being an ex-Wednesday player and fan. So this is a really, really good question that we always ask fans, and this might catch you out a little bit. But what comes to mind when you think of Sheffield United?
A proper football club with like a proper fan base. So, and I really like, I was saying to you before we started this, but Bramall Lane last year was my favourite away day that I went to. So it's just one of those clubs that I always sort of think of quite fondly. And I think as well, the way that Chris Wilder's represented you as your manager, that just makes you sort of an even more likeable club.
Maybe not recently with Klopp, because I think he's hated throughout Liverpool, Chris Wilder at the moment.
I think for the rest of the football community, that makes him even more likeable.
Yeah, probably. But the fact that pretty much, I think it's 3/4 of the Premier League are in favour of these 5 subs is making, and it kind of Klopp's put him on a pedestal as like the spokesperson for these 5 other teams or 4 other teams or whatever. So I think that's kind of made him a little bit more hated throughout other clubs. But hopefully he turns it round and he doesn't get the sack and he carries on. Finally, score prediction. I know you're obviously gonna say a Leicester win. I'm sure you are. But what do you reckon it's going to be?
I've got to say a Leicester win, but I'm not confident, especially after that game that I've just watched. I'm going to go with a 1-0 Leicester win, and I really don't care if you guys dominate us for 90 minutes and we just get one shot. We just need to get 3 points.
I think that sounds exactly what I would be saying as well, because we don't care where this next win this first win comes from. We need it. And yeah, I don't care if you guys dominate us, but I can see it being a tight match. We've lost 1-0 in a lot of games this season. So let's hope it's not another 1-0 defeat. I'm probably going to go the other way and try and, I think positively thinking that I'm going to go 1-0 Blades, but I think a draw will probably be the best bet for us. But it's definitely going to be a big, big game for both clubs, really. Obviously, we need our first win. You guys need to bounce back. So it's going to be a very, very interesting one.
As you say, despite sort of the fact that we are 4th in the league at the moment, if we lose again next week and everyone else around us picks up points, that can very quickly drop to 10th.
Yeah, well, you did, don't you? You started off like a house on fire. So, yeah, hopefully you can pick it back up after this game. That would be very nice. Hopefully you win the game on Thursday, and then you don't really need to beat us, do you?
I'm not sure that's quite how it works, but the thing is, we're already qualified for the last 32 of the Europa League, so it's about topping the group now. And even if we play a rotated team on Thursday night, you'd still hope that we could go and beat this team in Ukraine. I'm so sorry, I can't remember their name, but I'm pretty sure they're like 5th or 6th in the Ukrainian league. So
they're nobodies then, really, are they?
Yeah.
So you definitely shouldn't lose to them, should you?
Shouldn't being the big word.
Oh, yes!
Right, well, thank you for coming on the channel anyway, mate. I think I'm doing a video for your channel as well, so make sure you go and subscribe to Ant. I'll leave his link on the screen right now and in the description. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully the Blades can get a win, but yeah, it's going to be a tough game, and yeah, fingers crossed for the season.
Look at that ping from Norwood. Makes other teams look no good. We've got a team full of leaders. Alan Hill, Chris Wilder taught us. Yeah, there was us on the tour bus. Look how many goals Billy scored us. It's beautiful downtown Bromley. We are the boys from Shore.